my friend from Wyoming, and I certainly know who she is. She's a fantastic lady and fantastic representative for the great state of Wyoming. And she is one of the many women members of Congress who are co-sponsors of this legislation and women who have written in support of this legislation, because there are many people in this country who believe this legislation is critically important so that you can end the abuse of the existing federal statute to be used politically to target American citizens for political purposes, as was evidenced repeatedly over and over and over again under the previous administration. The fact is, we're talking about that difference of application. If you look at the data since the enactment of the FACE Act since 1994, if you look at the uptick in attacks on churches, for example, an 800% increase in violence against churches. Since 2018, an average of 39 attacks every month. There have been 96 violent attacks on pregnancy resource centers since the Dobbs opinion was leaked in May of 2022, as the chairman of the committee observed in some data that he put forward. The fact of the matter is, it was politicized. But look, we're not going to agree on this, okay? And there's even some colleagues on this side of the aisle who seem to be not bothered by this reality. My concern is that we have too many damned laws. These laws, these issues that we're dealing with right now, are all capable of being dealt with at the state level. We either believe in that or we don't. And we can either stick to the premise that we recognize these statutes and these laws exist in every state and every jurisdiction of the country. Murder laws. And by the way, to the extent that I appreciate the comments from the gentlelady from Washington about some consistency, and look, and nothing's 100% black and white. You have to figure out these issues. But, arguing with the fraternal order police and some of my friends in that community about whether we should have a statute essentially federalizing a statute against cop killers and making sure that they're punished accordingly. Well, I despise cop killers. But at some point I have to say, well, at what point and when is this a federal issue? And why should it be? And I understand this. You say, well, there's constitutional rights at play here from the perspective of my colleagues on the other side of the aisle. Obviously, this is a hotly debated topic about our views on all of that. My friend from California just talked about being able to freely go in and out of engaging. But we don't need a federal statute to talk about freely going in and out of some place of business. We don't need that. I mean, the fact of the matter is, there's plenty of state statutes that defend that ability to move around freely in the United States. And if I need the federal government to defend my ability to move around freely, well, God help us all. So forgive me if I don't think this statute is necessary, nor the countless others that I think we will be able to uncover through the Count the Crimes Act, of the numerous federal laws that have been written and put into place because busybody members of Congress feel like they've got another damn issue they got to go solve by introducing yet another law to tell me how to live and tell me what to do and how they're going to give power to bureaucrats at the FBI and law enforcement authorities to come after me or to come after law-abiding citizens. And the fact is, you say, well, okay, they weren't engaging in just prayer. Well, some of them were. Some of them were engaging in protest, no doubt. But I really look forward to all of the venom being issued towards the people that are destroying the city of Los Angeles as we speak, when we had at least one sentence of over 5 years for one of these individuals protesting at an abortion clinic. I yield back.